The sun had begun its slow descent when the sound of a tapping knife echoed from the tall raffia palm standing at the edge of Omodum village. Nnamdi, a weary man with skin darkened from years under the sun, tied his rope firmly and climbed the tree with practiced ease. His father had taught him the craft of palm wine tapping. Each evening, when the calabash god filled with fresh foaming palm wine, villagers gathered at his small hut. The drink wasn't the strongest, nor was it the sweetest, but Nnamdi's palm wine carried something more valuable. It was shared freely, with laughter and stories. But Omodon was a divided village. For months, quarrels had brewed between families. Land disputes, old grudges, and whispered insults had turned neighbor against neighbor. Even at the village square, where the elders held meetings, voices rose higher than drums, and no decisions ever seemed to bring peace. Nnamdi noticed the change most sharply. The laughter at his hut was thinner now. Some villagers refused to sit with others. Even the young boys who once played wrestling matches after drinking from the dregs of palm wine calabashes now avoided one another. One evening, after lowering his calabash of fresh wine, Nnamdi sighed deeply. Palm wine is sweetest when shared, he muttered. But what sweetness is there when hearts are bitter? That night, lying on his raffia mat, he thought of his late father's words. A man may not carry the weight of a whole village, but he can carry a calabash that brings them together. So the next day, Nnamdi tried something different. He walked to the village square with his gourd of palm wine. Instead of keeping it at home, he placed a large clay pot at the center of the gathering space and emptied his fresh tap into it. Curious eyes followed him. Children whispered. The elders frowned. "Why pour it here?" asked old Papa Obi. "Because," Nnamdi replied calmly, "this drink belongs to all of us. Today, let us drink it together here in the open. No one is excluded." At first, only a few dared to come forward. They scooped calabashes and sipped, waiting for others to follow. Then gradually, more villagers approached. Soon, the clay pot was surrounded by men, women, and youths. The atmosphere was tense at first, as those with grudges avoided looking each other in the eye. But as the palm wine flowed, something shifted. Someone cracked a joke. Laughter rippled. A song began. Drums appeared, as if summoned by the spirit of unity. By nightfall, the square was alive. Neighbors who had not spoken in months clapped hands together in dance. The young men who had once drawn invisible lines between their families now wrestled again, laughing as they tumbled in the dust. Even the elders, whose debate often ended in anger, raised their cups in a toast to peace. Standing at the edge of the gathering, Nnamdi watched silently. His heart swelled not from pride, but from relief. It was not the strength of the wine, but the act of sharing it openly, without boundary, that softened the heart of his people. The next evening, he returned with another calabash, and the next. Soon, the village expected it. The palm wine became more than a drink. It became a reminder that there were one people, bound by laughter, stories, and shared struggles. Years later, children of Omodon will still speak of the evening when the whole village gathered around the clay pot, when grudges dissolved into songs, and when unity tasted like the first sweet sip of palm wine. And they will remember Nnamdi, the humble tapper who carried not just his calabash, but the weight of a divided village, and poured it out until peace returned. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell, and stay tuned.